Good evening, everybody, whoever's here. Let's see. We've got Daryl here and Matthew. Gerald, welcome to tonight's chat. So, tonight's chat is just open house. We're going to look at some photographs, and actually, Daryl's got some good news, and I think he's
Well, do we have to
chomping at
lead
the
off
bit
with
to
it,
share it
George?
with you guys. Pardon me?
Do we have to lead off with it?
No, we don't. But you're my big news tonight, so hey, let
Well,
me just.
yeah, and actually you had a lot to do with it. Like you really did, you know.
Well,
You
I
were,
not really. I mean, you came up with the idea. We just kind of encouraged it. That's all.
yeah.
Anyway, yeah. So
Oh,
you can share that in a minute. I'm not going to lead off with
sure.
that
Okay.
actually. So yeah,
Good.
we've got time, and yeah, no problem. I've got let's see, a couple of people already on. Oh, here we go. Maurice is on YouTube. So, yeah, thanks for dropping in, Maurice. It's nice to have you here. And I know that there's a bit of a delay between what I'm sending here. I think there's a 10-second delay between what actually happens here and YouTube. But hey, that's okay. And I've just got to change a couple of things here. I'm going to do that right now. Let's see if I can do this without messing things up too much. Um, because there's a way for me to change things that are coming up without changing things that are actually going on. Let's see if I can do that. Because this program lets me do a lot of things, and that means I can get into a lot of trouble too. And I think I've managed to do it. Let's see. Edit. Yeah, excellent. Now I can go back to live mode, get rid of this mode. Oh, we got somebody else coming in. We've got three people now on YouTube. Excellent. I've got the other computer set up over here, so YouTube's over here. You guys are over here. So I look like a real production house here. I'm amazing myself. Amazing myself. I guess that's the word. Okay, so who do we have coming in? Yes, we have Maurice, and we've got Gerald, Daryl, Matthew. Hey, Matthew, nice to see you here.
Nice to see you as well.
Yeah. Oh, you still have the same house.
I do.
That's great. All right. And David, nice to have you in here
Hi,
too.
yeah, hi there.
Yeah. So I don't have a lot of news from the last time that we were here. I know that there are a couple of upcoming things. I don't have any dates
You.
on them yet. Uh,
Great.
oh, this one we don't. We've already done this one. So
David.
Matthew, you've
Hi,
already made your mark here.
yeah, hi there.
A- And let's see, what's next here? Black and white film processing, that'll be coming, and Chris Atkins, deep sea photography, that will be coming up. So stay tuned for those because I'm getting dates on them. And I've got a few other people sort of in the wings. I'm really hoping, there. I just hope that I can get somebody from another country in here. That would be fantastic if I could do that. There have been a couple. There was a guy from Switzerland who came in a couple of times, and from India. And now what I'm trying to do is get somebody from South Africa, where they're setting up film labs. for processing films. So that's something new.
Cool.
They're, it's a commercial venture, and they're going to go ahead with it. I'd like to have them on to talk about why they're doing this and what they expect to have happen from it, because the whole thing is kind of a retro thing happening in photography. People are going back to film, and manufacturers are manufacturing more film, and hopefully that'll cause the prices of film to go down, as well as the price of processing. And they're making chemicals and so forth. I know one of the questions in the South African West site, one of the questions on the South African site was, um, how long does hypoclear last after you mix it? And I don't know if any of you guys ever used hypoclear in the darkroom, but it was a bath that you could use after the fixer or the hypo, and it would clear all the chemicals off, so you didn't have to wash it as long. You only had to wash it for like 5 minutes, and then it would be the emulsion would be clear of the hypo or the fixer. So yeah, interesting questions like that coming up because of the. Let me see here. I'm just going to reframe myself a little bit. I felt like I was slipping off the image here. Okay, that should be good. And I'm going to apply that to all my scenes. So hopefully that works out well. Good. Now that's it for the upcoming things. I've got a few
Okay.
things in the
Okay.
wings. I'm
George,
hoping to.
George,
Yeah.
if I may, I have I have an idea. I'm
Uh-oh.
in contact with a guy. His name is Einar. He's in Iceland, and
Iceland.
yeah, he is.
Oh,
He's really quite good with a camera, and I chat with him occasionally. He's uh, he's a little younger than us, but not so, he still has this kind of thing going on. Anyway, I'm going to send him a note and see if he would be interested in doing like a 20 or 30 minute, you know, thing, even if it's just a travel log or what he looks for or what he does, you know.
absolutely.
Um, yeah, yeah. I've been to Iceland, and you can't. It's impossible to point a lens anywhere and get a lousy shot. It's just unbelievable.
Yeah.
Anyway, why don't I try that and see if I can get in touch with him?
Yeah, I'd love that. And you can invite him to any one of the Wednesday night, or you can actually give him a link to previous chats that we've had where we've actually had guests on, so he could see what that looks like.
Yeah, yeah, I could. Yeah.
Yeah, so that would be perfect. I know that whenever I promote this chat, I always promote it as a 1 hour chat, and sometimes it happens to go longer. There are times I'll never forget Brian Thompson, who gave a chat on his photojournalism. I think he almost went an hour and a half, and I didn't want to cut him off, because I'm not really tied to only 1 hour. It's not like a TV show or program. Um, but I do like to. Oh, Gerald's back here. I think he kind of dropped out for a minute. There we go. Okay, good. Yep, got it. Yeah, he went on, but and that happens. I usually tell people make it 15 minutes to 30 minutes, and sometimes they get into something else from something else, and it goes on a little bit longer. And I try not to cut them off on this. It looks like they're never going to stop, but yeah, and because I do like to leave some room for questions, especially people who say, "Yeah, I've got an hour to spare," and sometimes they've just, after it goes over an hour, they drop out because that's the time they dedicated to this, and they don't get a chance to ask questions at the time. Although they can always go back to the YouTube version and leave some notes there and ask questions there. And that's the one thing that hasn't really been happening here. And I'm not entirely sure why, whether the feature isn't turned on. I think it's turned on. But anyway, if you happen to be on YouTube right now, please uh, do me a favor and just let me know who you are and where you're from. That would really help all of us to welcome you. So that would be beautiful. Now, I'm just going to have a look down here, and I think I prepared a ticker tape, I think. Ooh, nope, I guess I don't have it here. I put it into the first one and never moved it up into all of them. Nope, that's a different one.
I like the ticker tape idea, George.
Yeah, I'm just going to Janet's watching from Mississauga. Janet, you're always in there for us, and it's nice to welcome you. And remember, you can, if you have any questions or any suggestions, because I'm open to suggestions for new guests or topics that if you want to cover. Sometimes I come up with my own topics, something that might interest me, uh, and I'll talk about it. I'll research it and talk about it. Like in previous ones, I had the largest camera in the world and then the smallest camera in the world, and that was in the Guinness Book of World Records. So anything that's interesting that has to do with imaging or photography, whether it be technical or whether it be business wise or whether it be creative, it doesn't matter. And I really appreciate it when you guys bring a couple of your pictures in and show us a couple of things that maybe you did and some of the challenges that perhaps it created for you and how you overcame them. That's always good news. And any new equipment that you've purchased that might be interesting to everybody here. So that's always a good thing. Okay, I'm just going to move some stuff around here just to make sure that we're good. And I'm missing one of my regulars here, Gabriel. He's usually in here, but I guess he can't make it tonight. All right, so let me go on to whatever's next here. And I think the next thing that I've got here is I'm going to ask, do you have your image ready, Daryl?
Oh, yes, I do.
Yeah, could
And I
you,
can tell a story about it.
okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to have you come in here and just so everybody knows, that's me and this is Daryl. And
Yep,
Daryl has some news that I'm going to let him share with you.
yep.
Daryl, I don't even know what year it was that you took the course, but you took my photography course at
That was it.
Conestoga.
Yes, I did. And that it was shot in 2019.
Okay. I've been
And
around that long.
yeah, oh yeah. And it was for the final course, the big course that was comprised of six shots, I believe, George.
Yeah.
And that was it for the course. And it was challenging because by this time we had known like what the standard that is expected of us. That George is a real hind grinder, I'll tell you, you know, a
Well, I think
taskmaster. So, So I've always really liked this frame, and I live in Victoria, BC. Actually, like just outside of Victoria now. I've been here 4 years, and I've never joined a photo club of any kind, and I'd never entered a photo in any kind of a contest ever in all the years I've I've been shooting 35 millimeters since 1969. And so I joined the Sydney Camera Club because I live like just north of Victoria in a small town that is called Sydney. It's up by the airport and the ferry to Vancouver. Anyway, so I joined this, and like I get like all the regular really nice welcoming emails back from everybody, and so I go so and I look through their website, and they've got a current contest on, and it's just called color, and that's all it says, color. So I figure, oh, what the heck? I should I should put a shot in. I'm a new club member. So I had not yet attended my first meeting, and the shot that I put in, I'm just going to find it. Oh, um, okay. Now I gotta find it in your system here. Or can I drag and drop
No,
into share?
you actually have to open it up on your desktop
Oh, yes.
and then
Okay.
share
Yes.
it through Zoom.
Yes. Yes. Okay. So I'm gonna do this. Okay. And then from here I go to, where'd you go, George?
Well, I'm here.
I seem to have lost the meeting. Hang on.
Well, it's hiding somewhere.
Okay, there we are. There we are. And now I can share. And where is it? I opened it.
And now you go down to in Zoom on the green button at the bottom, which let's see. Oh, have they changed things in Zoom? Yeah, no, it's not a green button anymore. It's just a button at the bottom with an arrow pointing up in a rectangle. It says share.
Yeah,
You click on
but
that
I
and then
can't.
you,
Okay, but I don't see my desktop here anywhere or how to get to my files.
well, no, you don't have to go to your desktop. You click on share and then you should see your desktop in one of those windows. You should see your image.
I do not.
So
Hang
is
on
that
a
image,
second. Does it have to be like, I'll just move this to my desktop?
it has to be open in a program on your desktop. Do you have what have you got? A Mac or PC?
A Mac.
Okay, so find your image file. Don't click on it, just find your image file, or you can click on it,
Yep.
doesn't matter. And hit the space bar. That should open it up large.
Okay. It's
And
open, big.
now go back to Zoom
Okay, hang on.
and click on the share. Now you should see that as one of the windows that you can share.
No data. Nope. Not there. Oh, that's interesting. No, I I don't see it, George. I'm sorry. Should I open it with preview?
Yeah, open it with preview. Try that.
Okay, it's in preview now. I
And then put
apologize
share
for
again.
this, everyone.
And then click on share, and it should be one of the windows that you can see on your desktop. Not on your desktop,
Nope.
but in Zoom.
No, not there. Very
So
bizarre.
when you click on share, there are several windows there. Does one of them say desktop?
No.
Okay. So the only thing that
Share.
I can think of, and I don't want you to go through this, is to use permissions to be able to share something from your computer. Try a drag and
Oh,
drop. I mean,
what is screens? Oh, here it is here. Found it.
okay, double click on that,
Do we
and
see it?
that would
Yeah.
be it. Yeah,
Okay. And I can just move it over to the center more. Here, like that. There.
yeah.
Okay, so this image. Really interesting story, really, about creating this thing. I was, do you still have it?
I do.
Okay, why am I not? Okay, there we are. I got it back. Okay, but it's not showing the whole image.
It
Oh
will be
well,
in a
okay.
second.
It's cropped a little bit. Okay, anyway, so I wanted to set this up like to do a really natural looking image of four wine glasses looking through. There it is, George. Thank you. And this shot is so dead simple. It really, really is. It is one light. It's a flash from the back looking through. The flash is in a softbox. Um, and between the softbox and the plexiglass table is if you buy one of those pop-out um, reflectors and you unzip them, inside there is an opaque layer that is just the hoop, and it's opaque, and they are really useful things. Anyway, uh, so like that's what you're looking into. And but the secret to getting the gold hue to everything was that I went to Michael's and they sell a sheet, like 8.5 by 11 sheet of a gold mylar foil. And it is so thin that when you hold it up to a light, it is translucent gold. So I took an elastic band and I wrapped it over the end of the flash and I put it in the box. And I just cranked it right up like to maximum power. And and this is what came out, like very, very close to this. There's very little editing on this shot, really. Um, I tried red wine first for the back glass, but it was too dark. So I drank the wine. And then you spend like the hardest thing about this kind of a shot, the most difficult thing is getting everything clean enough, is getting rid of every speck of dust. Like using like a little air gun, like an air blower, and just all kinds of things to get everything off of it. Um, so I had to re-clean the glass, and then I had to get it back in line, use like a ruler, like up against the bottoms of them to get them perfectly aligned again. And then you got to get the liquid in the glass without touching the sides. So that was an interesting little thing. And then I used a couple of drops of red food coloring while I finished off the bottle of red. Anyway, so what happened was I entered this thing and I had not yet attended a single meeting. So I went to the meeting. This was 2 weeks ago. And everyone started saying, "Is that your glass shot?" I'm going, "Yes, it is." And people started saying nice things. So that felt good. And then I found out that I won second place in the club. And these guys, they're no slouches. There's a bunch of really good photographers. In fact, they all are. Uh, Lots of experience. I think all of them have been to Tanzania, you know, like photographing lions and so forth. Anyway, so that felt great. I felt honored actually. It was my very first meeting. I'd never been to a, I'd never entered anything anywhere. Anyway, so I got a note a couple of days later, um, from David Milne. He's the guy that looks after like the entrance and all the contests and everything, and he's the guy that's in touch with CAPA, uh, the Canadian Amateur Photographers Association, the national body that sanctions all the clubs across the country. And he told me that our club entered 4 shots from the whole year of 80 plus members, and that mine was one of them. And I went, "Oh my God." I was like, "Really?" Anyway, so I was at the meeting last night, and David approached me again and said, "Kappa wants all of your EXIF information. They want the raw file and they want the PSD and a brief explanation of how you did it." And then he says, "They don't do this unless you've been shortlisted for a national award." And I went, "What?" So that's the story. Like that's what's going on. And I very gladly got up this morning, um, and did a Dropbox to David with all the information that they required. That's it.
Okay, so I have a question and something
Yeah,
you kind of glossed over because you said you had to put the liquid into that last glass without
yeah.
splashing or getting it anywhere else. How did you do it?
With like, I just took a tube, like a syringe, like a large syringe
Yeah.
that I had, and filled it with water, and then just reached down inside and then slowly filled it and did that a bunch of times until I got the glass about half full. And then I tried one drop of food coloring at a time. And the camera was tethered to my computer so I could see the thing live. And there was a whole bunch of test shots I did like all the way along to find out. And I said, yep, that's the color I want, you know.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So my next question is that, I see that you lined everything up and you used a ruler, like you said, and um, everything seems to be really beautifully aligned, and you did test shots as you went along.
Yep.
How long did this take you, including any failures? So right from beginning to end, what was the whole time, roughly?
The initial setup plus one bottle of wine. No, I'm just kidding. No, the um really it was an all day thing. It was an all day. I seem to remember something that it might have been like a Sunday. And and I set everything up like downstairs, like in the rec room. And um I got the tripod out right and all that stuff. And I set up like the softbox, like right up against the table there. Um, God, plexiglass is hard to work with because it shows every tiny imperfection, you know, um, like you really see it. So
Yeah.
there's a few spots that are on the table that um, that were cleaned up, you know. Uh, that was all done in, I believe it was done in camera raw, which is like the same as Lightroom, of course, but yeah.
Okay, next question is, because I think this might have been a bit of a challenge and would be a challenge for photographers. Did you have any kind of issues with depth of field?
Yeah, this is shot at f. If you'll bear with me for a second, um, this is shot on my old 6D with my 24 to 105 f4 at 84 millimeters at f13, a hundredth of a second at 100 ISO.
Okay,
Yep.
yeah,
So, um, so it it's it's got a lot of depth of field, you know. So now I'm just trying to find where you are again. Yeah, there you are there. Yeah, so it's got a lot of depth of field at f13, you know.
yeah.
Yep.
Okay, well, I'm surprised that F13 you had the kind of depth of field you do. What was
It
the
was
focal
it
length? What was the focal length you shot that at?
84.
84. So that's not so bad. I think if you had a shot it with a longer focal length, um, your depth
I'd
of
have been
field would.
farther away, so I wouldn't have near
Yeah.
the depth of field. Yeah.
Well, I think you still have depth of field. It would have given you a different kind of compression anyway. But the fact
Yeah.
is that this is a photograph that isn't AI, and that's probably one of the reasons they want to have the raw file and whatever else you did to pull this together to make sure that you actually created this thing, and it's beautiful.
Oh
Uh,
yeah.
I
Yeah.
think
Well,
that,
thank you. I think I mentioned like back when I shot it before the class that the way that the raw file came out, um, I think I mentioned that I probably could have shot this with slide film,
yeah,
you
I'm sure
know,
you could have.
because that's the way it came out.
Yeah, beautiful. That's absolute. I love it. Now I
Yep.
don't know about
So
the
it's
rest
up
of
for
you.
a national award.
Yeah. So Matthew just
Thank you, Matthew.
Yeah, so you can see that. Good. Okay. Yeah, Matthew, thanks. Uh, we all
Yeah,
like to have comments on the work. And if you have any questions about how Daryl did it, what kind of glass cleaner he used, I don't know, man. I know
no
that,
name Windex.
yeah, I know that this glass is always an issue with little bits of dust and smudges, fingerprints. So
Yep,
how did you
yep,
handle putting the glasses in their place? Did you wear gloves or what?
yes, yes. And a trick that I learned the hard way is don't use paper towel
Oh, yeah.
because it sheds tiny specks of fiber like crazy. So what I ended up using was like a lens
Microsoft,
cleaning cloth.
yeah, microfiber cloth.
Yes, yes, yeah, yeah,
Excellent. Okay, well,
yeah.
this is great. Thank you very much. That was and it's super to hear. Congratulations on you being at least selected. We don't know where it's going to go yet, but we'll keep our fingers crossed. Um, Daryl, and I think that you're going to have a lot of fun with that photo club. And some of
Oh,
my
I am
students,
already.
yeah,
We we
yeah, go ahead, go
may
ahead.
I tell? Okay, so I've been to one I've been to one meeting on a Tuesday night because they're on Tuesdays, and we were able to sign up for a club, um, like an excursion shoot,
Yeah.
and somebody's got some pull because they got us in to be able to tour and then run all over at will. Um, the BC Legislature building in
Ooh,
Victoria.
that'd be
And
nice.
it's an edifice. It's beautiful, the whole thing.
Yeah.
And built in 1894. So, as I found out, so we just had lunch. We ate in the parliamentary dining room, and it's cheap to eat there, anyway. And the food's good. It's where the premier eats.
Yeah.
So anyway, so I got up to go to the washroom and I walked in and they had these original fixture gigantic urinals that are all marble. And the whole room is marble and the floor is the most exquisite little wee tiny tiles done. It's just wonderful. Anyway, so I kid you not, these things are 4 feet tall to the floor and 2.5 feet wide. Okay. And in my profession, I know about buildings. Okay. So anyway, so I'm looking at this thing and says, there's no drain at the bottom. I go, it goes underneath the floor. You're standing on a ledge and it goes underneath the floor. And so I said, okay. And I had my camera around my neck. I had a 15 to 35 on wide angle. So I said, I've got to take a picture of these. So I stood back the other side of the room and I lined it up and I got this shot. And they encourage you to put up to 5 shots of the field trips on the website viewing gallery, like for that trip, right? So I put that on and they showed it last night and it brought a big laugh.
I'm sure it
And
did.
they tell you to caption it, like give it a name. So I called the shot "It's Hard to Miss."
Good one. Yeah, very good. Well, Daryl, I think that almost deserves to be shown the next time you're here. I I'm sure we'd all like to see that one.
Oh God.
Uh, anyway,
The
thank
photos of
you.
that building is incredible building. Incredible place.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much for showing us that, and we're looking forward to hearing how the contest comes out for you. Also, anything else that you do at the club, keep us posted. Sounds like an interesting group.
Oh,
So
there's a bunch of really, really good people there.
I'm just going to go on right now and ask because
Yep.
our time is waning here. It's 22, and what I'd like to find out is, does anybody else have any images that they'd like to share this evening? No, nobody.
I,
Okay.
I took a couple, but nothing fantastic. I can show you.
Okay, hang on a second here, and I'm going to line you up. And I'm going to place you as guest number 2. Let's see if this works out the way it's supposed to work out with all these control buttons that I have here. And we're going to, there you go. There, David. Nice to have you in here.
Okay. You see that one?
Oh, I do. I'm just going to place it right now in its appropriate place. Hang on.
Look, I seem to have shrunk you.
No, that's
Oh,
not the
there
one.
it is.
Hang on. I'm just
Oh,
getting rid of a bunch of pictures that were in this
yeah.
presentation. Shouldn't have been there.
Who's that fellow with you, George? Do you know?
Yeah, his name is Blake Robson.
I know
And
Blake. I know
yeah,
Blake. Yep, yep, yep. He's he's brother-in-law of a really good friend of mine, or he used to be brother-in-law of a really good friend of
yeah.
mine.
Let's see. I actually want to delete this image. All right, I know how. Hang on. This is the easy way.
Oh, I like that.
Okay.
Yeah, it was taken a couple
Now,
of days ago when we had some really nice weather, a beautiful blue sky, and the top of the trees. This was sort of late afternoon, and the sun was coming through, and it was like a little bit of a tinge on the top of the trees. So I emphasized it, as you can see, but and did the Photoshop paint.
yeah,
It just came out, I thought, quite a nice pattern to it.
yeah, that's interesting. And I always liked the very thin branches and so on
Hmm.
that show up in these.
Well, I just recently got the book by Ansel Adams, his first book, and it's quite interesting reading, and how he takes a photograph and then modifies it to make it look. And because I was a bit wary about changing things too much, but after reading his book, I don't now. I feel that make it to feel what you want it to look like,
Yeah,
if that makes sense.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yep. Yep.
And I've got another one if you want to.
Yep. Hang on a minute here. I'll get it up in just a second. Okay.
Can you get that one?
Yep. I will have it in a minute here. I still, okay, there it
Oh, I
is.
should get rid.
That one.
Yeah. Can you make it a bit smaller?
I think I can.
Yeah.
How's that?
Yeah. Not, yeah.
I'm just trying to get all of it in.
Yeah, because this one it goes down a lot further, so it gave it a better image of the actual trees, etc.
Hmm. Let's see if I can do it. Figure out how I can.
Anyway, it's very similar to the other one, but just the full length of the actual trees themselves. Mm.
Now, were these near
Yeah.
golden hour, David?
Yes,
They
yeah.
were, yeah.
Yeah, it just happened to be looking out. I thought, oh, that looks like it could do. Just the colouring just seemed to be right with the sun. And as I say, the blue sky was amazing. It's perfect.
Is that the full picture there?
No, near enough. It does go, it is a bit deeper, but
Hmm.
no, but something a little bit different. I was trying to figure out what to do, and with the rain and the mist, this just seemed a good day to actually take some.
Not sure why I'm having such a
uh,
hard time with this.
No,
It's a huge image, I guess that's why.
yeah, it is pretty big actually. It's just the fact that there's lots of branches at the top, very thin, and then just gets deeper, thicker as they go down.
I think that's it. And then
And the colours seem to be pretty good as well, but sort of mixtures.
hmm, you know what? I'm going to try to put it in there again. Let's see if I can get the whole thing in. Oh, same thing,
Hmm.
I guess. Well, that's something I'll have to work on, these larger images, how I can fit them in to
Yeah, or maybe
size.
if you give us a size which would fit, I think it is quite a large file actually.
So now these, if I'm looking at it right, uh, did you drag the shutter? Is that a long shutter speed
No,
that you use?
no, it's all I did. I put it in Photoshop, and it's got
Oh, okay.
the paint, and I just put it, just change altered it with the paint in Photoshop. Then you get all these. It's supposedly, I suppose, you looks like it's actually been painted,
Mhm.
Yeah,
and you can adjust the different swirls and everything on it. It's you get some good effects on it.
yeah.
Was there much editing like done on the image before you
No,
applied the effect, David?
I just well, one of the things I've been doing, I haven't been using a Polaroid filter. I've always had one on, and some time ago, Jorj said you should never try not use that all the time. So I just put it in Photoshop in Lightroom, just
Yep,
adjusted it slightly for the contrast, etc.,
yep.
and then put it in Photoshop, and then just paint it. And I did
Oh,
um, tweak the colors slightly, but not a lot.
I wonder what it would be like for portrait photography to use that thing.
Could be interesting, yeah,
Oh, yeah, very.
yeah. I would be, yeah, I have to try that, see what it comes out like. But yeah, it's just good to try different things.
Hmm.
And I've done other ones before, and they come out, I think, pretty good. Just sort of makes them pop, something which looks fairly ordinary, and then it can make it look a lot better.
Yeah. Yeah, just not letting me get the full width of this image.
No,
Okay. Well, that's something I'll have to work on and figure out how I can do that because I don't want to show images that are just partly there. Still a little
yeah,
project for me.
yeah, because yeah, the full one, yeah, it goes right down to the sort of base of the trees, so
Right.
it gives you a better perspective.
Yeah, and I see that your signature's there too.
Yeah, but yeah,
Okay.
maybe as I say, it's quite a big file. I'm not sure what the size was.
Yeah, I'll have to mess around with that one.
Uh,
Well, thank you very much.
oh, you're welcome. Yeah, uh, yeah, it doesn't give me the thing. Anyway, I will come out of that. Stop share.
There you are.
Yeah, that photo with those glasses, absolutely amazing, Daryl.
Well, that's very kind. Thank you very
Yeah,
much.
no, I
It's
can
all
see
George's fault.
I can see why where it's going because it is just something so different. Um,
Yeah.
it looks simple, but I'm sure it isn't. That's the best thing about photography.
Yeah. Simple is wonderful. Simple
Yeah.
is wonderful. Yeah.
So, so wish you luck with that.
Well, I don't even know when,
So yeah, I saw
I
that
don't know when
Marie.
the contest happens.
I saw that Maurice sent in a chat. I do, and I wasn't sure what that was about. Was that are you accepting somebody's marriage proposal or what? I don't know what that was an answer to, but he did say that. I think somebody must have asked a question, or Maurice, can you enlighten us on what you were I doing to? That would help. Anyway, and it would help if I jumped on these chats right away. Oh, my mic is cutting out. I think it's on now, though. It's working fine. I think it is. You have some photos to share? Um, Now, Maurice, I'm not sure you can share them on YouTube. I don't think you can, so you'd have to come and come into the Zoom. Okay, yeah. I have to keep an eye on my mute button, and I think that's what happened. I accidentally hit the mute button when I was messing around with that photograph. So, Maurice, do you want to come over to Zoom? I can uh, I can send you the link in chat if you want to come over. Let me see. I'll copy it here, and I'm just going to. I'm going to have to open up YouTube on my computer. Hang on a second. YouTube, and go to this channel. Okay, so Maurice is saying that um, he can't uh, he can't come over right now onto Zoom, but next week he will, and he'll show his photographs. Looking forward to that, Maurice. And please,
So, George, I just looked at the size of that photo. It was 1.9 megabytes, but it's 3300 by 2500 at
okay.
300. So maybe we need to find a size which we can.
Yeah, I'm not sure why I wasn't able to adjust it, but there are some adjustment capabilities that I have that I'm probably not totally aware of. Never ran into
Hmm.
this problem before. Um, and was that that must have been a JPEG, right?
It was, yes,
Okay.
yeah.
So yeah, I'm not sure. I usually can adjust JPEGs on this in this program, but for some reason it wouldn't let me do it. Wouldn't let me show the full photograph. So not sure what's going on there, but I'll figure it out. Don't you worry.
Yeah.
So
Hmm.
far that's the only hitch we've had in the get along here.
That's your homework for the week.
So anyway, so what I'm going to do right now, it's just a minute past 8. I'm going to say call it an end. First of all, I'm going to wish Daryl good luck and hope he never needs it in his quest to get that trophy. And you know, the other thing that I don't know um, what evening your meetings are at your club, Daryl, but anybody from your club is always welcome to come on and let them know that the chat is available because photography is photography, no matter where you are in the world. And that's the one beautiful thing that, photography doesn't need a language. There are no language barriers. You
Yeah,
can,
yeah,
if you want to
yeah.
go to Portugal and live out your retirement
Yep,
there
yep,
and be a photographer, you
yep,
can be.
yep. It
You don't.
tells a story in a common language.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely, absolutely.
Tell stories.
And I remember back in film days, uh, this saying was truer then than it is now. But there was a saying that photography is a truthful medium, the most truthful medium.
Yeah.
Consequently, there is no better way of lying. So, and these days with AI, it's all a toss up, man.
Oh,
Yep. But I think that I've been to court a couple of times, not because of as a photographer, because I took photographs for a couple of lawyers, and they needed photographs of a certain situation. And back then, I had to actually produce the negatives, not
yep.
just the prints, the negatives. Now, there's no negative. So you can produce the raw file, but hell's bells, even AI can do that.
Mhm.
Eh,
And I guess AI can even include the metadata. What camera it was shot with and focal length and everything. It's a lie, of course, but hey, it's and it gets worse, right? It gets worse. There was a little presentation by the company that makes the software that I use to do this presentation, and in one of their little short um, tutorials, they actually showed me how I can use AI to improve my show here, which was bizarre because what I could do is have two characters in AI. I could pick them, a male and a female if I wanted, with whatever background I wanted. It could be a studio, like a newsroom background that I could start off this presentation with, and these two would come on before anything else and say, we have something interesting for our audience tonight. We have master photographer Jorj Takis doing a presentation with a group of his previous students and other people who are interested in photography. And this back and forth would all be artificial, but it looks so real. It is, you know, for all intents and purposes real. And then they would say, and here's Jorj Takis now. And then I would come onto the scene. So how much of what you see is real anymore? I don't know. Gets a little not converted. What's the word I'm looking for? Convoluted. Yeah.
yeah. And I
Anyway,
can scan my old negatives, which I have been. I
yep,
can scan my old negs. I bought a scanner and I can scan them directly into Lightroom. And then from there, I can take them right into Photoshop.
yep,
And these are negatives and do anything I want with them,
yeah.
you
But
know?
again, they can demand, let's see the negatives for legal purposes.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep.
But if you're shooting digital, what do you show them? The raw file? I guess that would be it. Or it could be, what is it?
Yeah.
DNG? DNG file, digital negative?
Um, Yeah, yeah. Um,
I don't know. There must be a way of authenticating. I mean, even news channels authenticate iPhone photographs or even photographs that were taken with modern cameras that have geolocators on them so that they can say, yeah, this was taken at this time, at this location when this happened to authenticate it.
well, you can open up the XF data for a
Yeah,
digital file, and I I don't know how to do it, but I've read about this. Is it you can like open up the actual machine language
yeah.
for that image,
Why not?
and it is like hundreds of pages of ones and zeros
Yeah,
Mm.
for one image.
yeah, yeah.
And it's all code.
It is. That's all
And
your images are.
and
Mm.
yeah, and there are programs now that can check, is the image, does it match all of that XF data? And if
Yeah,
it does, it's real. And if it doesn't, it's AI.
yeah.
You know,
But
it's
but
like,
what if somebody can mess with the uh, bits and bytes in that code and change the EXIF data through changing that code? Why not? I mean, I can open an image and look at that exact thing that you're talking about. I've never done anything with it because it would mess up my photograph, but I can see uh, all the what is it, the bytes, the ones and zeros. I wouldn't know what to
yep,
do with it, but I'm sure there are knowledgeable people that would know what to do with it. And I'm sure if you programmed AI to deal with that, yeah, I don't know. It gets tricky. It really does get tricky. But I'm sure that there's a way of authenticating images that they have to come up
yeah,
with, or they can't legally
yeah,
accept an image anymore in a courtroom or
yeah,
anywhere there's a legal battle over an image. But
yeah. Well,
especially for
um,
photojournalists, photojournalists can't mess around with their images. Oh, they can make it lighter or
yeah,
darker, but that's
yeah.
about it.
Well, Kappa's going to do it with the stuff that I sent them this morning,
Yeah,
you know. Me too, Maurice. Me too.
yeah. Well, Janet, if you're still here, and Maurice and David and Daryl, we've lost the other people because I'm way past my time. It's 8:09. So I'm going
Mm.
to say good night. Thank you. It's been great chatting with you. I love the information that I get. And again, Daryl, good luck. Let us know what happens. And if
I
you
Yeah.
do
shall.
get that award, or when is a better way of phrasing it, when you do get that award, we'd love to see what you got. So,
If I got even an honorable mention, I'd be over the moon,
yeah,
you
yeah.
know.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, we're rooting
Okay.
for you. So, Daryl, good
Okay.
night. David, good night.
Have a good
And
night, everyone.
good night
Yeah.
to
See you.
everybody on YouTube. See you next week,
Okay.
Maurice.
Yeah. Bye.